So if you're like me and really having a tough time with finances and inflation, I really think you're going to find this useful at some point. Maybe not right now, but eventually. Um, First off, my off-peak furnace here, uh, it heats up at night. It uses a computer to, heat itself during the time when electricity's cheap. Stores them in bricks. It quit working, and my big screen TV here quit about the same time. You know how things go, right? So I'm like, come on, man, I got to be able to fix these myself. I'm not an electronic genius or anything, but so I tried ChatGPT, and great thing now is it's got like video, so it can help guide you through stuff. I was just using photos then, picture. This is what I'm looking at, picture, but it got it done. I ordered the parts. Total cost to fix this was like $80, and this needed a just a new motherboard, which I got on eBay and replaced for $120. So this is ChatGPT on my phone. It's using the Santa Claus theme right now. I kind of like it, so I'll just leave it. But
Ho, ho, ho! That's wonderful, my dear friend. I'm delighted to be here with your TV, my friend.
well, this TV is just showing a blue screen all the time. I've checked all the inputs, and that's all I get is a blue screen. What do we do from here?
Ho, ho! If it's showing a blue screen, it might be a connection issue. Let's start by checking the cables. Ho, ho, ho! If it's not the cables or the source, it's likely an internal component. The motherboard often controls the inputs. Replacing it might be necessary. Ho, ho!
Okay, I have the motherboard. What do we do?
Ho, ho, ho. Now that you have the motherboard, let's carefully remove the back panel of the TV. Then we can locate and replace the old motherboard. Ho, ho, ho.
Okay.
Next, carefully disconnect any cables attached to the old motherboard. Make sure to note where each cable goes. Ho, ho.
And it was as simple as that. I just simply plugged in the new board, and away I went. So there you go on that.
Now, is there anything special you'd like to talk about today? Perhaps something festive?
Yes, I've got an electrical outlet that isn't working. Like I plug everything into it and there's just no power. I've got this multimeter right here. What would you like me to do to try and diagnose the problem?
Safety first, my friend. Start by setting your multimeter to measure AC voltage. Then carefully place the probes into the outlet slots. Let's see if there's any reading. If there's no voltage, we might need to check the circuit breaker.
Where do I set this multimeter? Where do I turn the dial to? Right now it's set to off.
To measure the outlet's voltage, you'll want to turn the dial to the AC voltage setting, which is typically marked with a V and a wavy line, like V exclamation mark. If your multimeter has multiple ranges, choose the one that's above your expected voltage, like 200 volts. This will let you safely check if there's power.
Okay. Do I have it set to the right spot?
Yes, that looks correct. Now, carefully insert the black probe into the neutral slot and the red probe into the hot slot of the outlet. Make sure to keep your hands on the insulated parts of the probes. What reading do you see?
Which one is on the slots? Which is the neutral?
Typically, the neutral slot is the longer or wider one on the left, and the hot slot is the shorter one on the right.
And 0 on the multimeter. There's no electricity coming, but I checked the breaker and that's not blown.
In that case, it might be a wiring issue, or the outlet itself might be faulty. You may want to turn off the power and inspect the outlet connections.
So that gives you all a good idea of of what you can do, even if you don't know, like me, anything about some of those things. So a company called Neo from Norway is making, like, 5-foot humanoid robots. They partnered with ChatGPT. If you can afford the cost of a car, you'll be able to have that robot sometime in 2025. And I'm sure it'll be doing these things itself. How cool is that? But I can't afford that, so I'm going to try and put it in this smaller humanoid robot. It'll be able to do some things, I guess, but it's going to change everything. It's going to change the ball game. I hope it doesn't. I'm sure a lot of people will still use repairmen, but for some of us, we just don't have the cash. Thanks for watching.